What's up, YouTube? This is the Billy Bob HD bringing you another Let's Play. Today I've got some more Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Together for Victory DLC. We are playing as Kiwi Empire or New Zealand here. Last episode we were continuing to build up our country. Let's go ahead and unpause it here. I'm going to go down to speed 4 actually. We need to start thinking about how we're going to approach the campaign in terms of, are we going to join the Axis? Are we going to stay independent? What's going on? Unfortunately, if I attack anyone around me, right, everyone here is part of the Allies except for the Japanese. And so I suppose I could, attack some of these Japanese islands held up here. However, the Japanese are part of the Axis as well there, so I will get the rest of the Axis sort of against me. And only really limit my potential conquering power to these groups of islands up here, which, that's no fun, right? Hold on a second. Let's go ahead and pick a new tech here. Let's see. It's 1940. We've got the appropriate support battalions that I currently have installed into my divisions. And then we're working on these new infantry upgrades here. I don't really see a need for coming up to this one yet. Motorized infantry hardness plus 100%. Unless we wanted to start producing out some motorized divisions, which I guess we could try to do that. I'm currently training nobody, though, because I've got 6 current infantry divisions that are pretty stacked, right? And let's see, really quick check on Australia here. They're showing having in between 7 and 11 for them up there. The Dutch East Indies, part of the Allies as well. Okay, so everything sort of leads me to believe we need to join the Axis in order to have the most fun with this campaign and sort of start invading places, right? Let's do a quick check, though. We've got a ton of chromium located here on this island, which would really boost up my economy. I'm not really using it right now, but we would certainly trade a bunch of it away. Any of these other islands worth anything? Not really until you start getting over here into the Dutch East Indies, which have all of that juicy rubber, some oil over there as well. And I see Australia here having a lot of steel, chromium, tungsten. That's actually, my first move would probably be up here, where this chromium lays. This is New Caledonia. Which is actually all of these islands right here as part of that. Back to picking our research. It is 1940 again, so we can upgrade the artillery. I think that probably makes most sense. So let's go ahead and get you there. 91 days. Currently missing some additional resources, 1 rubber and 1 steel. Not really crying too hard about any of that. See the motorized there producing out almost 1 per day. We're trying to upgrade to infantry equipment level 2 there appropriately. We've got some support equipment built up, towed artillery 2s, which are filled and upgraded. And then we are producing out the light cruisers and destroyers there as well. Belgium has capitulated uncertain times. I'm not sure we could handle an invasion into Australia right now. They're showing at least as having in between 7 and 11 there. Oh, I've almost forgot. I wanted to build out some some radar stations. So let's go to constructions here. North Island is going to get a boost there to their... Interesting. A boost to their naval base. Radar stations now. We can actually fit 1 on each area. So I'm going to move these guys up the priority list like that. This dockyard is actually going to be finished when? In August of this year. Hungary has joined the Axis now. Let's take a quick look at Europe here. Second Vienna Award. We should see how long this lasts. And you can see, yeah, Germany holding most of Northern Europe there. We've got a Vichy France in existence, which was actually taken away from the Italians, who, the Italians were making a big push there for a while. I have a smaller type fleet here, only 4 ships in it. We've got 3 cruisers and 1 destroyer in there, 3 light cruisers. We're about to have finished another destroyer. the Tasman Sea is really what we need to get a invasion going. 91k in manpower, right? We're currently sitting at the extensive conscription there. Service by requirement, right? Treaty of Craiovia. Recruitable population 10% versus 5%. So I would get a pretty big bonus right there if we did the service by requirement, which I think is actually going to be required. So let's save up the appropriate political power there to get down to that. And meanwhile, I'm actually going to train up another infantry division. Okay, let's call that 1 for now. Actually, we'll call it 2. So he's got his full... Well, hold on a second. Add unit. There we go. That makes more sense because then they can train simultaneously instead of one after the other. I've got the appropriate equipment out there. So 2 more divisions, and then I feel like we should be pretty okay in mounting an invasion on Australia. See how it goes. We've got naval invasion capacity of 10. Do we have the appropriate convoys? Only 39. Well, shit. It's almost like I need to open up a convoy line here. We'll put you above the naval bombers and the motorizeds there. But meanwhile, I've got a pretty nice naval base here that we're going to throw all of our current swordfish models into. We're going to have them start flying out into the Tasman Sea there. Okay, we finished out that new support equipment. It is time now to get service by requirement. Boom. Okay, that brings me up to 149k now in manpower, so that makes me feel a little bit better about building out those new divisions. And then... Okay, we've got to wait till 1942 to get those really nice infantry equipment level weapons there. 1940, we could start upgrading the naval tech there. That would make sense. We've got till next year on the industrial stuff. However, we are also running behind on the encryption, decryption. We could also switch land doctrines over to here to get another 5% boost at the bottom of that tree. So there's a couple of different things we can do. Naval capacity wise, yeah, let's go ahead and get started on those destroyer level 3s. I think that makes sense. Alright. Unpause yet again. So these guys are currently showing at 9% training. I think it's time for us to go ahead and join the Axis as well. So let's go back over here to Germany now. Ask to join the faction. Accept. Okay. And what I might do as well is just deny the acceptance into call to arms here. Italy, Slovak enemy, UK, France, Poland, British Malaysia, British Raj, Dominion of Canada, South Africa, Australia. Okay, that's the war I want to be in. So we're officially part of the war now. Alright, naval bombers are going to go out here into the Tasman Sea, and you're just going to work on naval strike for me. Not really showing as a good efficiency whatsoever, 19%, but that'll at least provide a little bit of air cover for us. Now you guys are going to actually start collecting and working on a naval invasion. So you're going to come from here over to... Should we try to attack Sydney or Melbourne? We could also try to attack down here. I think that actually makes the most sense, is to attack Tasmania here right off the bat. They don't have any resources, but it would be a great staging area, right? In order to push northwards there and take some of these juicy Australian cities there, including Sydney. Japan declared war on Siam. So we're now seeing Siam as part of the Allies there. So the wars have been merged. Yep. Alright, so Teal Group now moving into position. Improved infantry equipment level there is finished. Let's go and swing. It is August, so let's grab this quick light destroyer 3, or excuse me, light cruiser 3 while we can. And then we should have some additional shipping coming out to us. Yeah, we're about to have that new destroyer coming out. This is going to be finished August 22nd. So in about a week or so. And then we're less than 50% on the light cruiser. So after the destroyer is finished, we're going to take all 5 of our whopping ships out here and do a convoy sort of escort order. These guys are preparing the invasion. We lack the sufficient intel. Yes, of course. Maori Affairs Act is now finished. Alright. Where else should we try to go now? Trotsky survives assassination attempt. Interesting. Anything else we could go over here? Research collaboration? No. Long-range patrol. Helps with my marine tech there. Project SEAL. Nuclear technology. Coastal defense. Destroyer effort here. Alright. That's going to help with the next level stuff. Okay. Still can't go into the darkness because we have that Constitutional Amendment Act, right? Continuous. We could go with some of this continuous focus down here. Technology sharing. We join the faction research, army training, division training time minus 25%. Construction engineering, air production, naval production, capital ships, submarines, trade convoys, construction repair. Is this all that we have available to us? I think so. We can go back to this one now and amend there. 1% population. This one gave us what? I can't even remember. Jeez. Choices. Long range patrol. Oh. Let's go ahead here. We're going to get some free airplanes out of that. Alright, back to research now. It's September 1940. So we could go with the Albacore here. 174 days. Let's get that guy. That nice seaplane. That nice naval bomber. So we don't produce out swordfish anymore. Okay. Destroyer is now finally finished. So let's bring you up here and combine you into my existing fleet. Unrun naval convoy results. And we lost 3 convoys up here. And interestingly enough, one of my light cruisers was up here. What the fuck? Hold on a second. No, that's really weird. Huh. Alright, 5 ships now. And your job is going to be, of course, to convoy escort out here in the Tasman Sea. Alright, there we go. He's saying we can actually make a move now, so let's go invade Tasmania, shall we? All 6 divisions on the ships. Still 1940 at this point. Upgrading those. Also upgrading both of those. September, so... Tell you what, let's go ahead and upgrade to Dispersed Industry level 4 there. Get that going. We're at least on the boats here. We have the appropriate intel to make the move. There's a light cruiser for me. He's going to head on down. Still recruiting out 2 more divisions there, sitting just below 50% training. This guy, what is your level of naval base here? Not bad. A 2 out of 10. What's your infrastructure? Pretty good as well. 5 out of 10. So all 6 divisions should have a fine time actually reinforcing and stuff down here. Supplying themselves. Okay, they're headed in there. 83% national unity now. Let's double check the production lines here. Oh good, we finally did get this convoy up and going. So that means we should be working on the, yes, the radar. Alright, perfect. So we have invaded Tasmania. You're going to go up here. You're going to go over here. Okay, nice. So we're just going to take all these straight off the bat there. How are we looking now in terms of over here? Enemy ships present of 0. Aha, and Japan has invaded Australia up here, so they're tied up here in the north, which is actually a really good sign for me. That's awesome for me, actually. Okay. These 6 units have taken Tasmania, so now let's mount an attack from here to here, right below where the capital is. Even though there's not a naval base right there, we can also march up towards Sydney and try to take it that way. So they're going to go ahead and plan the invasion now. All 6 divisions are on the go and on standby. We're also getting a recruitable population of 284 every month now, so that's boosted up a little bit for us. Italy lays claim on Greek territory. Yep. To be expected. And then they go ahead and declare war on Greece there. Greece joined the Allies. Okay. So now we're up against Greece as well for that, but that's alright. Okay, still showing as green here in the Tasman Sea. So that was a good little first attempt there at invasion there of Australia, taking Tasmania. Okay, we've got to wait for these guys to finish planning out here. He's got another 32 days in order for him to be able to make that invasion. So we're going to go up to speed 5 here while we're waiting. The good news here, too, is we're not taking any attrition, which is like what I like to see. So as soon as we make landfall here, we're going to grab the capital, worth 30 victory points, Sydney worth 20, and then you've got Melbourne down here worth another 20. But we're going to march north immediately there to try to get into Sydney and that nice naval base. We'll probably take another guy down here and march him south towards Melbourne. In order to do that, I don't think they're expecting me to invade over here at all. Alright, so some other bad news is we were just experiencing... Okay, we've got enemy fighters posted up there. We should have just gotten North Island added to airbase. Research for air doctrines. We could boost up the coastal defense there as well. Tough choices. I think that's the next one we're going to get, the coastal defense. It's at least helpful. Okay, almost there now at 100% on the new invasion plan. Have I gotten those new air wings in yet? I should have some now. Here. Wellington of 30. Is that a bomber? Yeah. That's a bomber, I believe. If we go back to the tech tree here. Wellington, yeah. Tactical bomber. Okay. So we got some free tactical bombers there from the British that we could probably use maybe once we get landfall here. All right, he's ready to go. Let's make moves. 6 divisions on the boats now. Let's go, boys. Headed there to the capital of Canberra. Let's double check that air superiority really quickly. They pulled back, it seems. Still only showing 19% efficiency there with my swordfish in the Tasman Sea. Here we go. Making the corner here now. We're about to make landfall, guys. Awesome, we've made it. Alright, one of you move up here to the capital. Another one move up here to Sydney. And I may actually send 2 up there, because that could be a tough order. These other 3 divisions are going to march down towards Melbourne here, like this, along the coastline. So just when we still have some supply... Alright, very good. We've taken their capital. Now, in this invasion, we got some dockyards here to work with. I think I'm going to throw 2 at the Destroyer 2 production there, just to get some numbers going in my Navy. We also have some more military factories. What can I do with them? We could put them into swordfish production. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put 1 into the infantry equipment production, and then we'll put, goodness, a couple more there. Is there anything else I can open up? Transport planes. We need fighters. I may put you into the motorized production just for right now. Like that. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of factories that we didn't have before, isn't it? Alright, we're going to move up here, take this other victory point like this. These guys are still moving down towards Melbourne. Let's double check the Australian. Yeah, just by doing that, we've got them 59% towards capitulation. We've taken them completely by surprise here. Melbourne is ours as well. So, here they finally come with some divisions in response. Oh, God. So we're going to have to defend there. It does make sense to bring this guy back up this way. Scarily enough, this guy's going to come back down like this. We're going to try to fill out some of the lines here. We can actually probably counterattack like this. Meanwhile, this guy can mount an attack this way. Very nice. He's actually going to show us a red there. And we're going to show us a red right there. Yikes. Alright, you can come in and help out in support of that attack. So we're dealing with a couple of divisions here. Brisbane up here, you're worth, what, 5 victory points? And then besides that, you're really looking at some of the western cities like here in Perth. But I think that's all of their victory points. So, we can march one guy. Let's take you, the Maori Volunteers. Your job is going to be to go over here and take Adelaide at 5 victory points. Alright, we're now showing a green 79 over here for this little attack that we're running. And are the Japanese still up here? Yes, they are. We've got American paratroopers in existence now. I've got those 2 new divisions sitting up here, which we might as well make you into a small new task force like this. Give you a level 4 general. You're going to be Red Group. Red Group, your job is going to be to invade from here to here, of course. Ah, that's just over the line, isn't it? Damn. They're going to need some additional intel in order to help out with that. So, I've got to tell my Navy here, my non-existent Navy, you're going to cover here and here as well. The Coral Sea. Looks like the Japanese have made an invasion over here. Damn it. I wanted that island. Alright, now. He's still moving. The Maoris are still moving over. Very good. Let's try to mount an attack against this division now. Let's try to go like this. Oh, several... Oh, yikes. Okay, several Australian divisions now trying to pinch me off there. Coastal defense is finished. 2 divisions here that we can try to mount an attack this way just to keep them busy. He's going to continue heading over this way. Oh, it's a Cav division. I'm attacking him, showing at a red 46. Alright, so some work still left to do. Defend our islands. Oh, the naval aircraft and modifier there. Very good. 2 divisions here showing at a red 47 now. Destroyer level 3 is finished. It may make sense, actually, to postpone this red group invasion here and actually include you guys over here like this. We're going to need you badly. So those 2 new divisions are going to head over for us. This division now is coming into... Okay, that's good news there. Cool, guys. So we've actually got some excitement going this campaign so far. We hold some important Australian cities. They are currently sitting at... Yes, 87% towards capitulation, guys. We take Brisbane. I think that gets us a lot closer. Anyway, thanks for watching. Again, this has been the Billy Bob HD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and/or comment if you've enjoyed this content, and we'll catch you next time.